Imagine the world's largest island, roughly the size of half of Europe, blanketed by an ice sheet up to 3 kilometers thick, with a population smaller than many small European cities, and just 3 traffic lights in its capital. Sounds like a place no one would want to live? Yet in 2025-2026, the world's superpowers, especially America, are seriously fighting over this frozen giant. Donald Trump has revived his push to acquire Greenland, this time not as a joke, but with real threats. He said America will do something whether they like it or not. He's hinting at all options on the table, including force. Why does America suddenly need this icy rock so badly? Here are the 5 main reasons, from missiles and nuclear defense to trillions in rare earth minerals. If you're curious why one of the coldest, emptiest places on Earth has become a global hotspot, stick around to the end. Reason 1. National security and Arctic control. Greenland sits right between North America, Europe, and the Arctic. It's the perfect shield against Russia and increasingly China. The shortest path for Russian ballistic missiles to America runs over the North Pole and straight across Greenland. That's why America already operates Patuxent Space Base, formerly Thule Air Base. It's one of the world's most critical early warning radar sites for missile attacks. Plus, the GI-UK gap, Greenland, Iceland, UK, is the narrow choke point between the Arctic and Atlantic. It's vital for tracking submarines and undersea internet cables. With melting ice opening new sea routes, whoever controls Greenland controls future global trade and military paths. America says bluntly, without Greenland, the Arctic falls to Russia and China. That is a direct threat to American security. Reason 2. Rare earth minerals and critical resources. Greenland holds some of the planet's largest deposits of rare earth elements, uranium, graphite, copper, zinc, gold, and more. These are minerals essential for electronics, electric vehicles, wind turbines, lasers, military tech, and even nuclear weapons. China dominates 60 to 90% of global supply and processing. This leaves America vulnerable. America wants an alternative source to break that dependency. Beneath the ice sheet, covering 80% of the island, could lie billions of barrels of oil and gas. Extraction is tough and expensive now. But as ice melts and tech improves, this could become the next big jackpot. It may be potentially worth trillions in the long term. Reason 3. Geopolitical rivalry and blocking competitors. The Arctic is the new great game. Russia is rapidly building military bases, submarines, and icebreakers. China calls itself a near-Arctic state and invests heavily in mining, ports, and infrastructure. America has repeatedly blocked Chinese projects in Greenland, even when they offered more money, for security reasons. If Greenland stays under Denmark or goes independent, Beijing or Moscow could gain footholds. But full American control gives America the upper hand in a warming Arctic. New shipping routes, resources, and military opportunities are opening up there. Reason 4. Existing American military infrastructure and Denmark's weakness. Since 1951, America has had a permanent military presence in Greenland under agreements with Denmark. Patuxent Space Base has operated for decades. The American flag flies alongside the Danish one. Denmark is a small country with a limited military. It deploys just a few ships, helicopters, and planes to Greenland. After Trump's threats, Denmark ramped up defense spending. Billions more in recent years, including new ships, jets, and drones. But it's still a drop in the bucket compared to American capabilities. America already provides most of the island's security in practice. So formalizing control makes sense to avoid relying on Copenhagen. Reason 5. Historical ambition and big deal politics. Trump sees Greenland as a chance to go down in history as the greatest land acquirer since the Louisiana Purchase, 1803, or Alaska, 1867. He calls it the biggest real estate deal ever. Now in 2025-2026, he's pushing harder. We need it very badly. Some of his billionaire allies, including donors with investments in Greenland's minerals and projects, are lobbying hard. For Trump, it's also about projecting strength, protecting the Arctic, and pressuring NATO/Denmark. He claims they underinvest in defense. Bottom line, Greenland isn't just a frozen wasteland. It's the key to American security. A massive stockpile of 21st century resources and a way to outmaneuver China in the new Arctic race. As the ice melts, routes open, resources become accessible, rivals ramp up. Greenland is no longer a maybe, but a must-have. The only question? Whose will it be in 10 to 15 years? If this video hooked you, smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. In the comments, would you hand Greenland over to America, or do you think it should stay independent Danish? Let me know your take. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.
Peace.